Hey everybody, it's your boy, it's your man's, fat gay retard here, black militant, what have you. Sorry, had to adjust some things real quick, close my window because I may be using some poo-poo pee-pee language during this whole thing. First of all, let me just start off by saying that for the longest time I've been one of the biggest fans of H3H3, and a while back I kind of had a falling out where I disagreed with him about his statements about Michael Jackson and the Leaving Neverland documentary, but I still loved his content and I still respected the man for what he's been able to do, him and his wife Hila, over the years and stuff like that. And last night, lo and behold, we saw the trending, him reach the trending tab and everything like that for apparently the K-pop stans, as they refer to, them, or fans, as it were, losing their fucking minds over a statement that he made during a podcast, which, to paraphrase, he said something about little girls, what is it about the K-pop thing? Is it a fetish? Little girls masturbating their pussies at these twink gay, it's like a twink gay boy fetish, yada yada. And the K-pop community just lost their fucking mind. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, we got the hashtag H3H3 is over party trending, and them just fucking throwing every kind of accusation they possibly could at the man. And it was fucking ridiculous. And, first of all, second of all, let me go ahead and state that I wholeheartedly agree with everything he said. I don't think that he was just making statements of terms like twink that are used in the gay community, as far as I'm aware, to describe a certain type of gay man. That, to me, I don't think that's anything offensive when you're stating a term that people identify as willingly and openly. That's not shameful to them, and I mean, using that in reference to somebody else, maybe that's a little, triggering for people or what have you. I grant you that, but it's not an offensive term. It's not like he used the N-word, and by that I mean nigger. I mean, he didn't say the N-word toward a black person, something like that. And I mean, he was speaking in generalities, and it was just expressing an opinion, which, was not misogynist, homophobic, xenophobic, whatever the hell else they were saying. He wasn't trying to direct that to create any kind of like hateful movements against anybody or anything like that. He was just expressing an opinion, his distaste for K-pop. And I have to say, after seeing the way that K-pop treats its entertainers over the years, I have a distaste for it too. Now, don't get me wrong, the music in and of itself can be good. I mean, I like poppy, catchy beats. I like stuff like that. As far as the appearance and the glam versions of it, I mean, that's just kind of like with J-pop or other Asian pop. It's like I could care less about that, but the music in and of itself can be good. I'll give you that. But, the treatment of the entertainers where they're being religiously and doggedly pushed to the limits of fucking exhaustion, which you people, if you've kept up with it at all, in the fan community, should be fully aware of this. Time and time again, this has happened. We've seen performers pass out on stage. We've heard stories of them dying, whether through suicide, various other things that have just gone unnoticed. And here's where I fall off with the community. Here's where I start to get really pissed off at the community in general, is you guys are sitting here attacking Ethan Klein for his statements, and you're saying all these things about him attacking the K-pop community and sticking a sweet dagger into the twink hole of the K-pop community, and destroying it, but yet you're so goddamn worried about that, but yet you're not even fucking worried about people literally being slave driven to fucking death for you to buy some kawaii image of people. You're not worried about that, but you're worried about what Ethan Klein said. You will not call on K-pop reform for your K-pop stars, or put or levy any kind of pressure against the K-pop industry to change their fucking practices and help these entertainers and performers out. These artists that are dying, artists just like Ethan Klein, artists that are, just like every other YouTuber and everybody else, who will probably, inevitably, at some point in their career, come under the veil of the Twitter shame police or whatever. Now, that being said, you guys failed. You failed incredibly at your mission. Ethan Klein is not touched by this. As a matter of fact, you have raised his engagement and raised his notoriety and raised his fandom and helped his social media presence just grow by trending something like this and everything like that. That's how it works. Now, I don't understand where the fuck in society we don't understand this now. Like, what do haters and people and shit trolls online and people like that not understand about how this goddamn system works? Through YouTube, Facebook, and other platforms. The more you speak, the more you comment, the more you go and engage people's content, the higher it gets up in the rankings. And then therefore, the higher people come out and, or the more likelihood that people are going to see it and be exposed to it, and the more likelihood those people are going to come out in force to defend any kind of creators of substance out there. Okay? Now, I don't know how it happened overnight. This shit happened fast. I mean, it was just like, and now it seems to be doing whatever. It was trending. But now there seems to be, and with all that being said, okay, let me go ahead and say this. There seems to be another trending tab where it's talking about ban K-pop accounts, ban this, whatever. That is horseshit. That is bullshit. That shouldn't happen. Now, I don't know what everybody else feels about this, obviously, but I think, honestly, that is garbage. And I think, honestly, the right we have, the inherent right as human beings we have to dissent against a famous YouTuber, a famous entertainer, a famous whatever, is an inherent right that must be preserved at all fucking costs. And I'm just going to say that. I don't believe any of these accounts should be banned. I mean, unless they violated something to where it's actual physical threats and calls of violence against Ethan. But as far as them just expressing this opinion of, I think he should be canceled, I think he should be taken off the air, fuck that. I don't believe that. And in turn, it's not a completely noble cause, mind you, because the way I see it is to ban the K-pop accounts, you're then going to have to go and ban everybody else when they express a fucking opinion. And as far as I'm concerned, doing shit like that only serves the oppressor and only serves this culture of we can't have discussions anymore, so we just need to shut people up because we don't want to fucking talk about it. Because somebody might say a naughty word, somebody might say a bad word, and God fucking forbid we actually have to have any kind of emotional depth or introspection during the goddamn day, because that's just too fucking hard between sips of Starbucks coffee and wearing our fucking Gucci Mane outfits. You know what I mean? And coveting money and all this other shit. No, don't ban the K-pop accounts. Fuck that. I mean, let them stand. Let them stay there. Trust me when I say that they are going to be doggedly pursued by Ethan Klein fans or fans of H3 or whoever else for the next couple of weeks. That's not going to end. They're going to have to explain themselves and have plenty of hell and shit to deal with their own accounts. So just leave it up. Just leave it up. Don't do that. And I mean, that is infringing, I feel, infringing on their rights to not only dissent from popular opinion or to dissent from a famous entertainer's opinion, okay, but it's also infringing on their base human rights of freedom of expression. Just to be able to fucking sit there and go out in the world and say, I don't fucking agree with this, fuck you, buddy. And in turn, you're going to take that away from yourself, I feel. And I don't feel like that's the right thing to fucking do. Let their accounts stand. Who gives a fuck? I mean, why take away their accounts? Seriously? And I mean, like I said, outside of like, if they called for violence or tried to get like doxing or other obvious dangerous elements, but just speaking their fucking mind and trying to get some kind of movement generated, which bearing in mind it failed. At this point, they're embarrassed, they're shattered. It's been broken over the knee of Ethan Klein. His fupa knee has broken the back of the K-pop community on this day. Let them fucking writhe in pain on the fucking ground and survive. Don't put the bullet in their head. Just let them live. Because if you kill them, they're not going to learn anything. I mean, and if you do this, they're just going to come back worse than before. It's like the Hydra. You chop off one head, two more take its place. I mean, you do this, you ban all their accounts, and ain't like they can't turn around and create a new fucking account like in 2 seconds. And come right back and keep doing the same fucking shit over and over again. If they're that religiously dedicated to the K-pop slave trade, trust me, They will fucking be back over and over and over again. You're not going to kill that kind of fanaticism by just simply shutting them up. That's just it. And I mean, the best thing you can do is just fucking ignore them. Just ignore them from this point forward. The conversation's done. It's over. Not H3H3, but, you know, it's over. Like, the thing is over. And, of course, you're not going to destroy H3H3 with that simple of a motive or action or whatever, especially on frivolous grounds that you tried to fucking pursue them with. That's not going to happen. They're too long embedded, you know, they got too loyal of a fan base. And personally, I'd like to include myself in that. You know, I may disagree with what Ethan may say every once in a blue fucking moon, but other than that, I love the man. I love his wife. I love what they've done for the content, you know, or the platform of YouTube by expressing what they do. That shit is viable. That shit gives us freedom. That shit gives us freedom to fucking talk about stuff. So that's all I'm going to say on it. I got another video to create now because of Nick Cannon's stupid ass. So I'll see you guys later, and take care of yourselves. K-pop reform now. Get your asses up. Get out there. Save some of these young kids in the K-pop industry and fucking reform that shit. I don't care if they perform in K-pop. I really don't. Anybody can perform in anything, but under unhealthy, slave-driven performance methods, that shit's dangerous and it needs to stop. It needs to fucking stop, and help those people out first before you come trying to sweep Ethan Klein's porch. That's all I'm saying. Y'all have a good night. Bye.